Hello everybody, Thomas here from the channel That Money Guy. I am That Money Guy. Today's video is all about something exciting, different, scary as always. We are going to delve into the wonderful, magical, and oh so divided world of credit cards. Deep breath, guys. Now, there is a lot of stigma surrounding credit cards. Are they good for you? Are they bad for you? Should you have them? Should you not have them? It's a really loaded question, and it's a really hard question to answer. You know, on the one hand, you've got a group that is overwhelmingly against the use of credit card. And on the other, you've got a group of folks that are like, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, don't really bother me. And so I thought I'd try and take on the question of, are credit cards good for you? Yes. Like I said, this is a very broad question, so my broad answer is going to be yes. Yes, it is. Careful, guys. Before you start jumping down my throat, just hear me out for a sec. In one of my previous videos, I think it was 2 videos ago, I talked about the situation I was put in with my boss and how he stole about $3,600. Well, it was $2,000 total, but I had about $3,600 worth of purchases that I needed to make. And I was in a position that was horrible, scary, really nerve-wracking. And I had to resort to the credit card. And what I did, or what I had done, is important here, is I'd done something called due diligence, which is homework. I did my homework. Doing your homework is really important when it comes to things like money. More importantly, or particularly, your credit. Your credit, your financial future based on your credit. I had done a lot of homework. I had done a lot of reading. And 2 or 3 months before I made this purchase, the purchase of a credit card, and I call it a purchase because no matter what, you're always going to end up having to pay more for a credit card than you receive from it. But I purchased this credit card from Chase a couple months before this whole thing even happened, and it was an 18-month interest-free credit card with an approximately $7,000 credit limit. And when I was faced with the situation that I was faced with, I had one of 2 options. I could go door to door, borrowing money from every Tom, Dick, and Harry that I saw, or I could put it on this credit card. And instinct would tell me that I was an idiot for doing so, and a lot of you might do that as well. And you'd probably be right. You might be right. But what I was thinking of when I saw this position was, I have this credit card. I have about 15 months worth of 0% interest. So as long as I make the minimum payments, I'll buy myself enough time to get a new job where I can start paying down that money. And so from a personal perspective, because I did my homework, I can't speak ill about my credit cards. I knew what I was getting into. I knew what they cost. I know how they can take a big chunk out of you if you're not careful. But I made the decision to use it. And I think in hindsight, that was the best option for me. I've paid no interest on it. On that entire, $3,600. No interest was paid on it. And it was spread out over a while. So from my point of view, the credit card I had went above and beyond. Now, one of the things that I'd like to mention here, and you might have caught it a little bit earlier, was that I used the words, I had a credit card, meaning I didn't go ahead and buy into a credit card once this had happened. That would have been a really, really, really difficult... No, it would have been a really dumb move. I'm just going to say. It would have been a really, really dumb move to make a purchase of that magnitude just for the sake of that emergency. And so I had the card. I made the decision. I did my due diligence beforehand. And so that's how I came out on top because of it. I firmly believe, and I've quoted him in the past, Dave Ramsey. And he says that credit cards are bad overall. I would agree to that. I believe that credit cards prey on the minds of the weak, on the minds of people, not necessarily weak in a bad way, in an immoral way, but just in a, I just need to do something. I need to get something. I need to. And so if you can have a credit card and if you can pay for that credit card and if you can use it to your advantage in life, I'd say go for it. You should. But if you are looking for a credit card because your life isn't perfect, because you want to buy something, or because you want to pay for a wedding, or if you want to pay for a car, I would say don't do it. I can say this in pretty much all of my videos. I'm not a financial expert. You know, once again, guys, I'm a 24-year-old guy who just, I've learned a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. You know, life has a way of really kicking you when you're down. And the best prep work can sometimes just not be enough for what you have to do. Sometimes you can do everything and then some, and you'd still fall an inch short. The point I'm trying to make is sometimes you need to fall on something. Sometimes you need to rely on something else, but try not to. You know, if you can find, and if you're comfortable with getting something like a credit card and you feel like you've gotten the best deal and you've done your homework, that's a great thing for you to do, and that's a wonderful thing, because a credit is a very important tool in your life. It's an important tool for buying a car, financing a car, buying a house, renting an apartment. You know, there's very many things that you need your credit for. And so I would recommend that you take classes, because there are so many classes and resources available to folks that don't know about credit cards, or who have had, let's just say, bad experiences with them in the past. They'll teach you responsibility, you know, on how to go about life with a credit card. And so, you know, if that is something that you feel comfortable with, you should do it. And it never hurts to work on your education, your financial and fiscal education. I will always recommend that. So if you guys like that, if you guys think that's good information, please let me know. If you disagree with me, you know, let me know as well. You know, I would always much rather you guys tell me if you think I'm being an idiot or if you think I'm being wrong. Because like I said, I'm not an expert. I have to come and I have to try and pull together this information from my experience and from what I've heard from other people. Credit cards have served my purpose. I can't speak poorly about them, but at the same time, it's not something I'd really recommend. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to see what we have in store for the next video. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.